On January 21st, I got a membership for the USA Powerlifting organization. That very same day, I also signed up for my first competition on April 12th. The USAPL, North Carolina State Championships. I felt it's about time I did something with my strength. The past few years of heavy lifts and aesthetics have been fun, but now I need even more purpose. And this is it. Welcome to the Pharaoh Fitness Powerlift Series. Let's get it! All right, after spending several minutes adjusting the angle, adjusting the settings, adjusting everything, we are finally all set to go. What is going on, Dynasty? Welcome to part 7 of the Powerlift series. Oh my goodness. Part 7. Can you believe that? Can you believe that we're at part 7? Can you also believe that I'm 2 videos behind right now and I'm about to stack up a third one on that list? How are you guys doing today? Are you guys doing fantastic? Are you doing phenomenal? Are you unleashing that Pharaoh energy and making your bed? If you're not, bro, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. Get up right now. If you're watching this in bed, get up and make your bed. Go stretch. You can still watch the video in the background while doing all that, but stretch. And then get your day started, my boy, because you slacking right now. You cannot be part of the dynasty if you're slacking. We are about less than 5 weeks from the competition. Remember, the date is April 12th. Right now, it is currently March 11th, bro. We're not too far out, man. We are not too far out as far as the training updates are going right now. Like I said before in the last video, we are just we're just focusing on technique, form, and working within our percentages of the 1 rep max that we currently have. All right, no more PRs, none of that stuff. We know where our strength is at, and I'm fine with it. That's pretty much the goal right now. Keeping that drilled into my mind, not trying to do anything off the program too crazy or anything like that. I actually spent some time yesterday morning literally writing out my routine for this entire week, because I have been having the bad habit of writing my program the day of each lift throughout this entire prep, and that is not very productive. As much as I trust myself, as much as I feel confident about the way that I train, it's a lot more productive to have things ready and organized ahead of time. Utilize your time properly. If you have time out of the day to put together your program for the entire week, I would highly suggest doing that, bro, because that way you wake up each day knowing, all right, today I am 100% going to work out. Sometimes life may get in the way of that. Sometimes your schedule may be thrown off a little bit, but you know in your heart that today you will work out. And then the following day might be a rest day, and you will know that because you have it all written down. So my whole point to that, write shit down, organize things. It's important. It's very, very important. Weight-wise, I am currently 181.2 pounds as of this morning, which is great. Very great. That's exactly where I need to be at. Any higher? Definitely not. I do believe 181.2 is the threshold for the 82.5 kilogram class. So we definitely don't want to go up in weight. Matter of fact, right now, what I want to try doing is shitting off another pound or two, just so I have a little bit of room to play around within that last week or two of the competition. Because if I stay at 181, I can maintain it, but it's going to make me a little bit anxious and nervous in terms of like making sure I stay on that. Because the last thing I want to do, bro, is pull up to comp day, pull up to Bucked Up Fitness, and they weigh me, and I'm like a pound off. That's going to put me in the next weight class. And in that next weight class, I'm going to get my ass whooped, bro. I'm going to get my ass whooped. I've talked about it before. Gonna aim for that 82.5. Gonna aim for it. Making that happen for sure. They already sent out an email. You missed that. I saw that. Come on, Jelani, lock in, bro. The USAPL, they sent out an email. If you have like any, pretty much saying like if you wanted to change anything up, now's the time. Email us, let us know. We'll send out another email to double check that, confirm that. So yeah, 100%, 82.5 kilogram class. That's what we're doing. That's what's gonna happen. I'm manifesting it right now. I'm putting in the work for that right now. Ain't no fucking if, ands, or buts about it, bro. None of that. We're making that happen. All right, so today we got pull day. We're going to start off with deadlifts. We got triples, 3 sets of 3. heavy sets today. Heavy sets. My top set is going to be 85% of my 1 rep max. So without further ado, warm up number 1. Warm up number 1. Warm up number 1. The Prius definitely kicked in. Warm up number 1, complete. Let's just go 3 reps because they are going to be heavy sets, so I don't want to utilize too much energy with just warming up. You feel me? Bitch got a body battle, we can go. All right, cool. Warm-up's done. In the words of Anakin Skywalker, this is where the fun begins. So we've got our first work set of the day. This is our top set. So this is gonna be our heaviest set, 455 pounds. So one thing when it comes to these heavy ass sets, bro, I like to look at them like this. Because I do a reverse pyramid method, I start off heavy, then go light. I always like to tell myself, like, bro, it may be a little difficult at first, but you got to keep in mind, it's the heaviest set. After you get through this, everything else is lightweight. Everything else is just lightweight, papi. It's just lightweight. So, once I hit this motherfucker, we're done. We're done. We're not done with the workout, but we're done with the heavy stuff. So, if you can prevail through the main obstacle, through the adversity, bro, it makes you that much more confident in being able to accomplish everything else. Top set of the day. Let's fucking run this shit. Let's hit it. Let's get those 3 reps in there, knock it out the park, and everything else will be a walk in the park. One more. Never mind. Fuck, okay. Dude, 2 reps, I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. That 3rd rep, I don't know. I could have moved it, but I might have hurt something, so we'll cut it short at 2. I'll be okay with that. We just gotta make sure that the next 2 sets, though, we fulfill it all the way through. 3 reps in the next 2, no excuses. No excuses. Let's go, baby. Come on. One thing that I've learned throughout this whole prep and programming my own exercises, my own workouts, is pretty much knowing how to estimate my strength. So for example, on that set that I just did, the 455, so that was about 85% of my 1 rep max. In my mind, I thought I could have hit 3. We only got 2, which is fine. But the way I look at my programming, I like to sort of put myself in a position where, like, I know that the given number that I have set for myself, I know that I can hit it. The question is if I'll be able to crank out that last rep. I put myself to a point where in order to achieve that last rep, it would require just like fucking going all out. It lets me know that I'm pushing myself because personally, I don't like that feeling of doing a set and being like, ooh, I had another rep left. While I do believe it's good to have a little bit of reps left in reserve, I do like to also make sure that I'm making the most out of each set. If I don't feel like on that last rep I'm not pushing myself, or if that last rep isn't requiring everything out of me, or if that last rep I just, again, simply cannot do, then I don't feel like I've done enough work. I don't know, that's just me. That's my personal philosophy. You don't have to follow along with that. Everyone is welcome to look at fitness and exercising and programming their own way. But that's the way I like to do it, man. It keeps things fun, it keeps things entertaining, and it gives me a reason to push each day. Work set number 3, same weight, 430, running it back. Because this is the last work set for deadlifts, I have to give it my all, bro. There is absolutely no reason, no excuse for me to hold back, no excuse for me to be like, oh no, I can't do it, I don't have it in me. Nah, none of that, bro, none of that. We're gonna do it, give it our all, and then move on to the rest of the workout, bro. Let's go, baby. Let's go. You saw that shit? You saw that shit? That actually felt a lot better than the last set I did at 430. I don't know what it is. Sometimes some sets like that are like that, bro. They feel better than the one you did before, even though it's the same weight. Might be the smelling salts, might be the pre-lift pep talk, or it might just be that Pharaoh energy. Something new that I decided to incorporate into my routine is barbell bent over rows. Apparently, it helps a lot with your deadlift, especially, I believe, the halfway point. Don't quote me on that. I'll double check that later. But something like that, right? Which is where I got stuck at during my attempt at 550. So hopefully doing more of these is gonna help me out with that, strengthen my lower back, all that jazz. Nothing too crazy with this one. Honestly, I really want to focus more on the form right now, getting more comfortable with doing it, because again, I barely do this. I just started doing it for real. So let's just get comfortable with it. That's it. That's really the whole idea here. And so really, when it comes to trying new things out, I believe it's really important to film your sets, because you want to just be able to analyze your form, making sure you're doing it properly, see if there's anything you need to correct. Aside from focusing on the form, the other piece of advice that I would offer for any new exercise that you try, don't go heavy, man. You don't need to go heavy. If it's something you haven't done before, do not go heavy, please. Start off light, get comfortable with doing the exercise, get comfortable with learning the form, knowing how to properly execute each rep, and then you can start learning. Let me catch my breath, dog. And then you can start loading up weight. I should have been 12 reps. I lucky lost track a little bit. You'll notice throughout that set, I kind of readjusted myself. That is completely fine. If you need to readjust your form in the middle of the set, definitely do that, because if your form isn't right, you're not gonna execute the exercise properly. So it's okay if you gotta take a second to readjust. For example, with me, my feet weren't placed evenly. So specifically, my left foot was more further ahead of my right. So I had to step my left foot back a little bit to get that even, balanced out, that stabilized foot placement. That's really the biggest thing with just working out, exercising, and performing different exercises in general. It's just like really taking your time, allowing yourself to be like, hey, I'm gonna take a step back, I'm gonna take a second to readjust myself in order to make sure that everything looks right and everything feels right. You're gonna be in pain when you exercise, but that pain should be a pain of like, oh, this feels good. This feels like I'm working something, not a pain of like, oh my God, I think I broke something, you know? Your form, your exercise, that is priority number one on top of, or aside from lifting heavy weights. Moving on to something we're more familiar with, preacher curls, baby. All right, so all that talk earlier about, you know, going light, taking your time, adjusting your form, blah, 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 blah. That was nice, that was sweet. But now we're gonna move on to something that I am comfortable and used to doing, which means that we can go heavy. Means that we can have higher intensity. It means that we can go fucking ham, all right? Cause I gotta fulfill, you know, I gotta satisfy that little itch in my brain, that itch in my blood, in my system, in my muscles that are like, yo, I need a challenge, I need to push myself. The barbell rows, those were nice. Of course, I gotta take my time, get used to doing them, but man, I need that pump. I need that fire, that raging fire to consume me. So I can get that out of this. We got 80 pounds loaded up. Should be fairly difficult for me. I think the most I've done on 80 pounds so far has been 8 or 10 reps. I want to try to eventually shoot for 12, so hey, maybe we can do that today. But enough yapping, bro. Let's fucking do it, man. Let's fucking do it. Okay, 10 reps it is. 10 reps it is. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, man. I'm cool with that. Do I want 12? Yes, I do. But I'll take 10, man. I'll take 10. Felt pretty good. It felt like a real challenge. Probably the next to the 455 deadlift today. This is probably the most challenging thing I've done today. So that felt good. That felt good. Oh man, okay. 70 for, I was like, what, 9.5? Something like that. We'll just call it 9. Yeah, that was pretty good. Another set that I'll be satisfied with. I've been in a very yapful mood today. I don't know, it's because of the caffeine or just me getting enough rest. But while I'm resting, let me give you a little bit more about my philosophy towards training. Kind of enveloping everything I've talked about today, just with like taking your time to understand and exercise, but also knowing when to go hard, when to bump up the weight, when to make things more intense. You gotta find a balance. I like to have a balance of like, okay, when is the right time to push myself and when is the right time to back off and take my time and make sure I'm executing each exercise properly. For me, the reason why I do all that is just because, one, I want to have fun when I'm in here. I want to have fun. Next to the challenging myself aspect, for me, all of this is just like, it's fun for me. I'm like a grown child at a playground. This is my playground. The weights are like my toys and everything, right? So I want to have fun while I'm in here. And in order to allow myself to have fun, I have to push myself. I have to give myself a challenge, right? At the same time, when you're a kid and you're at the playground, you're outside, you're running around, you're doing all sorts of things, you can get hurt sometimes. And why do we get hurt? Because as kids, man, you know, we're just having fun. We don't really care about what we're doing. We're not paying attention. You trip and fall. Your shoelaces are untied and you trip and fall, right? Or there's a rock in the way that you fell over, whatever. Something gets in your way and you hurt yourself. Kids tend to do that, and that's all right. But as adults, are you following, by the way? So as an adult now, it's like, given that the gym is our quote-unquote playground and we're just running around and having fun, because we have more of an awareness of like what we're doing and like how our bodies feel, and you know, we're more aware of our surroundings, you got to be able to learn when to, hey, let me take a moment and tie my shoes. Tying your shoes being the analogy for correcting your form. This feels like another tangent, but like, once you can have all those things in check, once you can be like, okay, I know when to step back, how do we add more fun to this? And that's when you can start slapping on the weights. That's when you can start trying out your maxes, things of that nature. That's when you can start adding in the challenging aspect. Once you get comfortable enough with doing each exercise, knowing what you're doing, understanding your body, understanding what sort of sensations mean. So for me, that's what all of this is, man. It's just me having fun, but also finding a way to challenge myself. Hopefully, all of that made sense to you. Come on. Okay, 10 reps on that one. There we go. Those back-to-back 70s made these 60s feel difficult, man. You know what? Let me see if I can crank out like 3 more reps at least. 3 more. 3 more reps, man. 3 more. Let's go. Whew. Hell yeah. I'll tell you, man, I gotta satisfy the little rat controlling my brain, man. There's a little mouse in my brain that's like moving shit around. I gotta make him happy, bro. The only way to satisfy him is by hitting a crazy, getting a nice pump. Let's move on to hammer curls and then we can wrap up. I gotta stop turning off the mic and forgetting to turn it back on. Anywho, it's posing time. I'm feeling good. The pump looks immaculate. Let's fucking do it. Starting off with a lat spread because I've been working on that. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Hardest part about that one is like holding the pose. But let me take a look at that first before I do some more poses. All right, so I just reviewed the lat spread footage. Man, bro, That shit looking crazy. Oh my god. I'm gonna do it one more time just because I'm feeling myself. Last sprint on lock, bro. Last sprint on lock. Next pose. Okay. I think we're done with posing, man. Let's go ahead and do our outro. That was a pretty solid lift. I have no complaints at all. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. The pump looked freaking immaculate. So, all in all, 10 out of 10. Furthering along with this whole process, the reality of the competition, like being so close, is like settling in. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's more so like, oh, like this is for real happening. Like this is a thing that I'm going to actually do. And it's just got me further motivated to go out there and do my absolute best. Like, I think when I first signed up, I was kind of going in with this mindset of just like, I'm just going to go out there for the experience. And that is still what I want to do. I want to get that experience, right? But now it's more so like, I want to go out there and actually challenge myself, prove something to myself, you know? Show myself that the work that I have been putting in is really going to pay off. And that may sound a little dramatic, and it probably is, but I'm okay with that, man. I'm okay with that because for me, this journey is like it's a culmination of my life for the past few years, bro. The past few years, my biggest priority, my main focus has been fitness. Like that is my number one passion. That is the number one thing I am dedicated to right now. There's a lot of things in life that I enjoy doing. I have other hobbies outside of this. I love art. I love to draw. I used to make music. But there was something about fitness that just became, how do I explain it, man? In time, there are times in life where you just kind of have a feeling and you get a sign of like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. This is what makes the most sense. And this is what I feel the most drawn to currently. That's what fitness became to me. So in that process, I had to set everything else aside in order to really fulfill that. Moving on to the present now, currently, fulfilling that to me at the current moment means doing this competition, going out there and kicking some ass. And obviously, once I get through the competition, that's not the end of this story. There's more to come, right? Like, it's not just fitness and then boom, it's over. No, there's going to be more things to do. I want to do bodybuilding. I want to do other shit. A lot of things within the fitness realm. But right now, the main focus is this powerlift comp. That's kind of the whole mindset that's been really hitting me now. It's just like, yeah, we're going to do this shit. We're actually going to do this, man. This is, like, let's take it seriously. I have been having fun. Like I say, every week I get even more and more excited. But now I'm like, the competitive mindset is starting to settle in. I think that's more so what it is. It's like the me that just works out for fun, for enjoyment, was present throughout these past few lifts, throughout these past few weeks, these past few videos. Now the me that's like, I'm ready to fucking dig my fangs into some I was gonna say meat, but that sounds so sus. The version of myself that is just out there and ready and bloodthirsty and ready for war is starting to come out. And it's a side of me that oftentimes I kind of keep sealed away because I'm just like, not everything has to be a competition. Not everything has to be so serious and so like, oh, like this means everything to me, you know? Sometimes that mindset can lead you to not enjoy life as much, not allow yourself to be present, and not allow yourself to just simply enjoy what you do. But there are certain times where you do have to have that mindset when it comes to a competition like this, where you do want to go out there and do your best and push yourself and give it everything you got. You have to go into a zone where some people may look at you and be like, yo, you're fucking crazy. You're insane. And Yo, so what? So what? That's what it takes to really fucking be the best that you can be. It takes a level of insanity. It takes a level of just like being unorthodox in order to push yourself to that level that you see yourself being at. You're gonna start seeing a lot of that side of myself start to come out more, where like while I am having fun, I'm gonna be going even more psychotic with this shit. Like I'm gonna be pushing the fuck out of myself. I'm gonna be going all out, and obviously like doing it in a way where I'm not completely tiring myself out, because I also do need to make sure I pay attention to my recovery and all that, which is something that, aside from my sleep, aside from my diet, I could be I could touch up on. You know, I could have a few deload days or weeks, or at least a deload week, not multiple, right? That's just stuff that I haven't done. But again, this is all part of like doing this for the first time. There's a lot of things that we could tweak, a lot of changes though, that we can make going into the second uh, competition that we do in the future. You know, the process is gonna probably be a lot different from this. I talked to one of the guys here yesterday. His name is Paul. He's a strongman. And basically, in summary of that whole conversation, it was pretty much like, if you want to win at something, believe that you are a champion. Drill that into your head that you're going to be one, that you're going to be a winner. Believe that wholeheartedly, 100%, without a single doubt in your mind. And this guy, he's won a lot. He's won a lot. He believed in himself enough where he put in the work, obviously, right? But he believed in it that he had no other option but to win, to prove to himself that. Even if there was people doubting, even if people were like laughing it off, brushing it off, at the end of the day, he still told himself, I'm going to be a champion. So that's the mentality I'm trying to have right now, man. I've been having fun, but now I need to really tell myself, like, yo, there's something bigger to this than just the experience, than just the fun adventure aspect. I'm doing this for a fucking reason. I'm doing this because I know in my heart I want to make something out of myself. Don't get me wrong, it's fun to post videos. It's fun to post reels, TikToks, YouTube shorts, and be goofy and like cosplay and do all that. But when it comes to my fitness journey as a whole, man, it's a lot deeper than just that. It's a lot deeper than the followers, than the making people laugh. It's a lot deeper than that. When it comes to the fitness journey for myself, for my own goals, it's just to prove to myself that I'm a strong person, that I am a strong individual. Just because throughout my life, man, I've had a lot of people try to knock me down, you know? A lot of people tell me, like, oh, you don't deserve this, you don't deserve that. And it always kind of made me feel like less, you know? Like I never was enough. And like, I just want to prove to myself, man, that I am enough, that I am strong, that I can do this, that the underdog that so many people thought couldn't do such and such can actually fucking do something. And I want to make that a fact, an undeniable fact, that no matter what people say, I can be like, yeah, motherfucker, I did this though. I fucking did this shit. No matter what you tell me, I fucking did this. You can say I don't deserve this. You can say I don't deserve that. You can say, oh, you're not strong enough. You can't do that. Nah, fuck all that. I did this shit. So try to tell me that shit one more time, bro. Try to tell me that shit again, bro. I'll prove you wrong. I'll prove you wrong. It's the outro, so like I got plenty of time to talk to y'all, man. I don't know how much of this I'll keep. I don't know how much I'll cut out. But I remember this one time specifically in middle school. I got an art award for the best artist in my grade. And one of my friends was like, somebody, I don't know if it was one of my friends, an acquaintance, somebody I knew was like, you don't deserve that. There's a better artist in our grade. Now, I will caveat that with, he wasn't wrong. They were not wrong. There was a better artist. I agreed. But it just sucked to have that feeling of like, you get an award and somebody telling you, you don't deserve that. You didn't work for that. That award doesn't belong to you. That feeling sucks. I hated that. I hated that. Especially because next to fitness, art is like like my second passion. It was my number one, still is. I shouldn't call it my second. It is still very important to me, but art is another passion of mine. And so at the time, it was just like, damn, bro, like this felt like the only thing I really had going for me, and you're just telling me like I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that, I'm not good enough for that. What the fuck? That hurts, bro. That hurts. We shouldn't dwell on the past, but things like that stick. Things like that stick, man. And luckily for me, I've converted it into something positive rather than something negative, because it is very easy to fall into the negative aspect of that, where people do belittle you and you do feel bad about yourself and you don't allow yourself to become better. I took the path of a stronger willpower that allowed myself to be like, you know what? I'm going to take this and I'm going to use it as motivation to push myself. I'm going to use it as a way to actually prove that I do deserve this, that I am worthy of this award, of this praise, whatever, you know? I know it sounds a lot like I'm just seeking validation. And in a way, yeah, I'm not going to lie, I am, you know? It's just nice to know that, like, you're not the only one who thinks that you're great. You know, that's really what it comes down to. But at the end of the day, as a whole, I do this for myself, to prove something to myself. And then everything else is an after effect of it. Once I prove myself, everyone else will then start to realize little by little, oh, yeah, this guy wasn't just fucking talking out of his ass. This guy was actually being for real. Okay, I gotta watch out for that guy. I gotta keep an eye on that guy. Next competition, I gotta see what he's doing. I gotta take notes, you know? That's where I want to be at, man. And again, there can't be any doubt about it. There cannot be any doubt. While I am okay with whatever life throws at me, while I am working on trying to be okay with more of what life throws at me, so I don't stress myself out. I also don't want to get into a mindset where I'm just stagnant and I just, what's the word I'm looking for? And where I'm stagnant and I become complacent with everything, right? I want to be okay enough where I can say, okay, this went this way, but what can I do to make the outcome next time better? Yeah, so we got about 4 weeks and some change to go. Pretty much a month in a couple of days. The clock's ticking. It's coming up. There's no ignoring it. There's no shying away from it. There's no being like, well, what if I just take a break? What if I just ease off? Nah, none of that now. Now it's like we gotta stay consistent, keep this momentum going. Whether that's with the diet, the recovery, the sleep, the training, all that has to be like nailed down to a T, and it needs to stay that way for the next 4 weeks in order to really, really, truly put everything to the test. We can't slip up. We can't slip up. I won't allow myself to slip up. You can't allow me to slip up. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to believe in myself. And I want you to believe in yourself too. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to go after, fucking give it your all, bro. Give it your all and truly believe that you are worthy of taking that win, of doing whatever it is that you want to set out to do. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, bro. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. If anyone tells you otherwise, some people will say it's because they're looking out for you. They want the best for you. Sure, that may be the case. But that is people's own limiting beliefs towards themselves being applied onto you, being projected onto you. Don't let people do that. Just because they think they can't do something doesn't mean that you can't, bro. You say fuck that. You say no. I am going to be the person that does do it. It shows you that you also have the capacity to do it. Your doubts are going to inspire my truths, and my truths are going to inspire your doubts. Oh, man. Yeah. Powerlift series, man. You guys are getting to know more of me, for real. You know, I'm not just a funny, goofy guy who cosplays. I'm not just a nerdy gym bro. I am so much more. I am everything and anything. I'm a human being, bro. I'm a human being with goals. That is what it is to be Pharaoh. You're not just a one-dimensional character. Anyway, man, I appreciate you guys so much for watching, tagging along, continuing to watch this journey, and I just cannot wait for you guys to see me on the platform, man. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's gonna be dope as fuck. It's gonna be If you think I'm energized now, my energy on that powerlift day, on that comp day, on that meet, oh, it's gonna be all the way up here, bro. Past the camera frame, and some. You'll see. You'll see. But for now, man, let's keep this mindset going. Let's keep doing what we gotta do. Stick to it. Apply ourselves and go all fucking out, man. With that said, make your bed. Make your bed. That little bit of discipline goes a long way. Make your bed. If you can make your bed every morning, you can do so much more. Make your bed and go unleash that pharaoh energy. Let's get it, baby.